Brendan began his career in the 1970s, working on the front lines of social work in Northern Ireland, a challenging time and place. After several years, he moved to Bedfordshire, where new opportunities allowed him to grow. From supporting adolescents to working in child protection, Brendan steadily climbed the ranks, eventually becoming Group Director for Children, Learning and Schools for the London Borough of Newham during the Olympic years. Following early retirement, he took on international work in the European Union. It's been a rewarding journey, one filled with purpose, travel and fulfilment.
I've had a super career and I've travelled the world and I've been extremely fortunate. I've had a happy life. Away from work, I'm very interested in gardening. I've been a passionate gardener for 40 years. At one stage in my life, I was very lucky to have an old house and 10 acres of garden, and I could just indulge all my passions. So when I moved, believe it or not, I could throw a stone to my house from here, but I haven't seen my house for 6 weeks. And I feel very distant, even though I'm right close by. But we're hoping against hope that my sister and my brothers will take me in my wheelchair and I'll get to see my garden one more time. I came back from Australia in January. I had a lump on my belly button, and then they told me at hospital that it was an umbilical hernia. And then they said, go home, and if it gets any worse, come back. And then I got to June last year and I was in really a lot of pain. So I used my booba to go to a Ulster clinic, and there they diagnosed me with stage 4 cancer. So I had 23 weeks of chemotherapy and 5 weeks of radiology. And that kept me going for a year. And then I sort of fell off a cliff. I was so ill, I thought I was going to die.
Brendan was admitted to Belfast City Hospital, battling a severe case of ascites and intense nausea. It was a difficult time, marked by invasive procedures and constant discomfort, an experience he never wants to repeat. Thanks to the care he received, Brendan began to recover, but hospital wasn't the right place for the next stage of his journey, and that's when the conversation turned to hospice.
When you're at a low, fear can take over a bit, and I like to think I'm a strong person, but when you don't know what's coming at you and you're in a strange environment with people you're just getting to know, there is always an element of fear. But I have to say, this place, this hospice, it generates confidence in the people around you, so that takes away some of that fear. And fear is real, especially when you're coming to the end of your life.
One of the things that really impressed me was, as soon as you got here, the very first thing that people did was manage your expectations, understand your need and manage your expectations. They are, tell me about your fears, tell me about what brings you joy, tell me anything you're scared of, tell me about what you want, and acknowledge the fact that family are part of this journey, because it is important, because we're walking the walk here together to make Brendan comfortable.
I have never, ever come to a place where I felt so comfortable so quickly. There's a certain calmness, a zenness about the place, which is infused in everything that everybody does. If anybody tells you that a hospice is a place to go to die, well, that might be true, but my God, I'm learning that the journey towards that comfortable palliative cared for death is a marvelous thing. This is an extraordinary place. I had no concept of the level of care that's given. I'm in a room which it's just so beautiful. I have a bed space, a breakfast space, a wonderful bathroom, and then, glory of glories, I have a garden, for God's sake, and it's July and it's lovely. I could not be happier. Now, somebody has thought about all this. Some poor souls had to raise the funds to make it happen, and look how well it's maintained. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's brilliant. And if this is what hospice care is, it is exceptional, and nobody should be frightened of it.
Thanks to the care and support of Charmaine and Nicola from the hospice, Brendan was able to visit his beloved garden once more. He and Monica shared a joyful toast, a moment made possible by those who listened and acted with compassion. It was a simple wish, beautifully fulfilled. Volunteer, donate or fundraise. Every action helps support patients and families at Northern Ireland Hospice. Discover how you can make a difference. Visit nihospice.org/get involved.